Good. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Every no one. Every no one. I come on here and every nobody on, but welcome and welcome back, everyone, to the channel. This is Arts of the Round Table. My name is Mello. This Monday morning. This morning for me is 9:30 a.m. Thank you guys for being here. Wiping the gunk off of your eyes. Hopefully today's a goodie. I have been in the process of writing and finishing up my own story. I have been so excited to share these things with you guys in real time almost, without spoiling too much. But for the longest time, like most of us, we only ever redraw and create and reinterpret other people's characters, Batman, Superman, right? Anything from DC and Marvel and Image and so on and so forth, or Conan from novels. Anyway, today I'm bringing one of my characters to the screen. This is going to be kind of like a concept drawing of my character by the name of Dala. She's one of the central characters from my original dark fantasy story, The Ghost of Arlan. Ask me anything about the art or the world. I'll try to answer as much as I can without spoiling the story. She is she doesn't have a lot of quote unquote screen time in my story, but she's extremely important to the overall story. So, here we go. Good morning, Saboteur. How you doing, brother? How you doing? All right, let me just start scooching things around so I can see you, so I can see these chats. Hit me with the corazones. Hit me with the, tell me what's up. Say good morning. I don't need to see a lot of this stuff, which is picking and choosing how to minimize these windows, man, is something else. You think that we have enough real estate on screen to see our output, our chats, all of it. Do I do thumbnails before I go for the illustrations, or do you just go for it? I think I don't do a lot of thumbnails. That's something that I will be doing. Haha! Went to Ollie's and bought some inexpensive, really kind of very, very inexpensive and low quality sketch pads. So I'm going to start doing my thumbnails. I wanted it separate from everything else that I'm working on because I need it to be, I'm kind of like ADHD that way. So it has to be in here. So this is when I'm going to start. When I'm very close to finishing tomorrow, I should be finishing up one of the final chapters in the story. It is the final battle. A battle. Sacrifices will be made. People will be lost. Limbs will be maimed. But no, Sabo. That's why we're doing it right here. I don't do that. If I do a thumbnail, I think it's gonna be more for certain specific shots that I have in mind that I don't want to lose. This one, for instance. Good morning, Jane Eyre. How you doing? How you doing? Let me see here. Where is it? Is it in here? Is it in here? There's a shot here. So, man, look at that. I was really trying to. This is. I don't think it's spoiler-ish. This all will be revealed. This particular shot will be revealed in the very first chapter of the story. The story follows two characters that are the children of these two. That Dookie's name is Morn, and she's actually the woman that I'll be drawing today. But she won't be in the forever sleep as I draw her. She'll be in her form. The women, the main character in my story, Ifo, and her mom Dukes here, they're human, but they're destined to become Valkyries when they cross over, when they enter in their forever sleep. So yeah. But yeah, that's one of my heroes there. So we're gonna draw her. This was my my first image of her, so I need to do something of her alive. So that's what we're gonna do today. So it's gonna be pretty loose. I have an idea, so we're just gonna go at it. But yeah, this has actually been really exciting in a sense because they're mine. It's really weird to say that these are mine. But they are. So there you go. So we're gonna draw her. She's in living form. She has she's not quite. So I kind of have an idea what I want it to look like, but we're just gonna go. And I'm sorry if it's too light. That's just the nature of the beast when you start doing these sketches. Let me see if I can get that's about as close as we can get right now, but we'll go from there. Do you Loomis? Do you guys do the Loomis? I'm doing a very loose Loomis. I was drawing a piece of some rando art of War Machine, and because you earwigged me, bro, Spider Woman, and I was having trouble drawing Spider Woman. Her face, and I am. Good morning, DW. How you doing? And I follow this group, and I'll share with you guys because I think it's pretty cool. Bing! Look at that. Coffee break. And what they do, I don't know if it'll show. They provide these amazing. It's a fundamentalist chat on IG here, and portraits training. So in portrait training, they'll send you these pictures, these portraits, and they already have the Loomis measurements on them. See that? And because sometimes in my head, I'm familiar with the Loomis method and the Riley method, right? I think Riley has more along the lines of the rhythms of the face, while Loomis has more of the measurements of the face. They're both basically the same. They both were learned under whomever. I don't know who came first. Hogarth? Either way. If you guys are into portraits and practicing Loomis, they provide some really cool. Can I get yeah, from different angles, men and women. So the last one really did help me. This really helped me get my head together. Because sometimes all you need is the measurements. So that is going to be the forehead, the hairline, the brow, inside for the eyes. The nose is probably a little lower than I had it. And the mouth here. Chin here. When I first saw the Loomis method, it was the ice cream cone. You guys know about the ice cream cone? I'll do it here real quick. Where they do the circle and then the triangle underneath, the cone underneath. That was the first time somebody showed me that. Years later, I realized that they just basically showed me the basics of the Loomis or the Riley. And the name is Portraits Training is one of them. Portraits Training. And the other one is Fundamentalist Chat. But I think they come together. They send it out a lot. I don't do theirs as much. I think they came packaged. I can't tell you. So anywho, that's what we're doing. But I was suffering from this piece here. I was drawing this over the weekend. It's not finished, of course. Can you see her face? I was having the struggle bug doing her face here. And that I was like, let me go into that portrait practice IG, and it helped me out. I was trying to 80-fy him too. All right, come on, man. We're doing dollar over here, wasting time. Let's see. All right. Sorry for it's beautiful outside, and I have some of my shades open. But no, I do not, to re-answer Saboteur's question, I do not do thumbnails, not really. I had this conversation a while ago about thumbnails and practices, which I should be doing, but I don't do them because I feel, and don't at me, that sometimes it's wasted energy. I'd rather try to do, like I said, I want to fail big. I want to try to go in and fail big than, what is it, die by 1,000 cuts? So I'm going to give her Valkyrie wings here. So this is basically what I end up doing. I would just kind of like put everything, what is it, fling everything at the wall, see what sticks. One of the things I'm also trying to teach myself is doing volume when it comes to hair. So many of us habitually try to do single strands of hair. It takes me a while to realize that that's not the way. So what I have in my mind is I have her alive, but very ethereal, not quite dead, not quite a spirit, but maybe something that how her children see her. So this is the story is about our heroes trying to answer the question of what happened to their family. And then finding out secrets. that will change their perception about heroes and villains forever. You guys already know my weird unit of measure and how I do that. I'm going to have to close these blinds. 1 second, folks. I always find it amazing, not from me, when I look at other artists and how they start and that all those scribbles and just weird ways we build up the figures. I think it's pretty cool. Again, not me, I'm talking about in general. And this one I don't think is going to be all that detailed today. I just want to try to get the character out onto the page, try to get it out of my head, and see where it goes, and see if it's something that agrees with the story. You guys understand? Again, I did the story that I wrote. Kind of came Fast and Furious in the sense of progression. And the only thing I had was the names of my characters. So now that the majority of it is done, their appearance is becoming clearer. For you guys that write, is that something that you guys experienced? Is it new to me? Are you guys going, "Oh, isn't that cute"? Like, he's a baby deer. Is it a doe? What is it? Yeah, doe, a deer, a female. No, that's a doe is a female deer. What, a buck? Is that what you guys are going through? Oh, that's cute. He's figuring it out. Because or do you guys have already what they look like? What they sound like? And what they're gonna do? I think I kind of heard them more than I saw them when I was writing. A fawn. Yes, jeez. Well, that's the fawn, of course, right? Flora, fauna, nature. Well, that hand is going to be interesting for me to fix. But again, that's not what's important. Plus, I got Valkyries in my head too, so. Do you guys know the YouTubist and artist Ginger Bear? Who's an amazing artist. Go check out his stuff. He's doing a comic, create-own comic called Punish. I don't want to mess it up just because of the way I say it. Punish. This violent vigilante style. Looks amazing. And he's constantly showing and doing his art live, live online, so check out if you guys get a chance. Ginger Bear House, Haus. You will dig it. So we're I mentioned him because we're actually gonna collaborate on a piece, and I think he said something in jest, and I kind of ran with it, because I said I want to do something badass. Do you want to do something obscure or badass or just? And your boy said about She-Ra or Rainbow Bright, and my eyes lit up. I was like, hell yeah! But I think he kind of said it as a joke, and I just ran with it. So I think that's what we're gonna do. That. It's so difficult to draw or to have in mind what we would consider a beautiful woman, or one of them. I want to try to get. If I was to, I might have to redo my Loomis because I kind of want the head to. But I think I made my guidelines too. Well, that's kind of cool. You tried watching the Netflix She-Ra and was enjoying. Tried drawing her as more of an adult and realistic. Turned out quite well. Wish I could still draw that well. It just takes time again, man. It's like riding a bike. I know of the She-Ra I know of the She-Ra you're talking about. I don't think I've seen any of the episodes. The art style, as cute as it is, kind of like threw me off. And I figured out that's not for me anyway, so it's all good. One thing I also struggle with is drawing the features of the face, female or otherwise, smaller. It's okay to draw them bigger. It really is. I would rather have them drawn bigger and then shrink them if you go, oh, that's too much. Mia Fuentes, how are you? Good morning. Buenos dias. How you doing? You get all of them just in case. I am doing very well, man. It's Monday. We are upright. We are breathing. Her face is too pushed forward. So, although your boy is tired, I was doing a bit of yard work yesterday. They're like, I don't care about your personal problems. I didn't. But no, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. And I hope you are doing well. Also. Alright, blank slate. Now we can play a bit. Regal and otherworldly and regal, right? So the chin is up. sometimes my process changes from, do I do the eye first and build everything around the eye, or do I do the center, which is the nose, and build everything out from there? We're gonna find out whichever one comes easier for me today is the way I'm gonna follow. But right now, let me see. It might be the eye. All right, let's do the eye. Let's try the eye. So I think what I'm going to be doing every once in a while, one of these streams, I am going to be bringing to life one of the characters as I go. I know, this is going to be piecemeal, simply because as short as I think the story is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be bananas to try to... Because I'm going to rewrite everything. Not rewrite it, but refine it. I want her mad. So in this world that I'm creating, oh man, now the light's coming up. I'm losing the light. There are such things as light and dark Valkyries. So if you are, I'm not going to say evil, but if you've done some things that are very questionable without any type of reconciliation, or you will be claimed by a dark Valkyrie. Which I now have to draw. So what you guys are noticing is me struggling with the face. So I'm going through a ton of different the Rolodex of my mind of how to draw a head. Changing the measurements, changing the locations, trying to find my place in this whole thing, to see if I can find my heroine here. Phrasing. And sometimes you just got to put features in there and see what happens. Sometimes they just fall into place. Because then what I'm going to have to do after this, she's a light. Well, how can I put it? She's kind of in a limbo. So I'm trying to see how much I can reveal without it being spoilery. Alright, so I think you may have missed the original drawing of her. This character does die. She gets Disneyed. She gets Disneyed in my story. And actually is the one to help our heroes with the first question. You know what? Is my table too high? Give me a second. I gotta move my table down. Yeah, I'm really sorry if you guys can't see because of the light here. But once I get all of these lines in there, I'll probably switch over to a darker pencil. Again, this music here, as DW mentioned earlier, is the soundtrack that I listen to as I'm writing. It helps keep me in that world a bit. Let me see if I can change this camera angle for you. That's close. That's a little better. I don't know if this will help. Thanks, Sabo. Appreciate that, man. Always. Hold on. I'm just trying to change the view for the vertical. Got to give them some love too, man. But thank you, man. It's so much trial and error. You know, it's so much trial and error trying to find the right way. You got me, Arts. How are you? It's been a while. Glad you're here. And it's just, I hate doing that to myself sometimes, though, where I don't give myself credit. But we're not going to be Pity Party Mondays. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm trying to copy you. Dude, the way, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. You have a consistency that I wish I can copy. So I'm gonna have to start watching more of your videos, man, and your processes, so I can steal it. Pretty Party Mondays. You can't. Well, what could be? We need a thesaurus. A pity party. Another word for pity party, but that starts with an M, right? So we know that a menagerie. I gotta watch out how you pronounce it. Menagerie. No, that's not it. That's kind of like a garden, right? Lonely Losers Lunes. We'll figure it out. But today is not that. The craziest thing about these, I've mentioned it before, is the building of my own characters really does feel weird. Only because a lot of it is not really fleshed out. But yeah, man, I'm having so much fun. And the good thing about it is that no one can say, well, that doesn't look like so and so. Like, damn right. His eyes is supposed to be crooked. Lonely losers. I wish there was a download button to keep in our brains things we learn over time. Sometimes I feel as though I cannot draw anymore. Yeah, man, like, brother. It really is something else. The things that our mind decides that it doesn't want to retain. One thing I haven't done and I regret is not practicing or drawing as much all the time. One of the things I was thinking about over the weekend as I was mowing and doing yard work is, man, this is a lot of work. But the delight of it at the end, the way the yard looks, the smell of the grass, all of those things, the way that pride of ownership, if you own a home and you're doing these things, and then I'm like, well, that's what art is, man. You have to do it and practice and do it and practice to the point of discomfort. That's a terrible thing to say for something that we love. We still prune roses. We still get pricked by thorns. We still get crabgrass that we yoke up. We tweak our ankles, climbing and taking care of our everything. This shouldn't be no different. But it would suck for it to get boring. Right? We have to struggle at it so it can stay fun. Is that the case? Look at how I think we've mentioned this before, how we look at Jim Lee's artwork and be like, yeah, that's good, but he's been good forever. It's almost boring. Isn't that crazy? I wonder if he still loves doing what he does. All right, let me see here. So many things that I could draw before, I feel like they're gone. Yes. For every new thing that we learn, something disappears from our mental vault. Sabo says, for instance, I forgot how to draw hair and the clavicle connectors. I feel the same. It's been for about a month or two now. It's like new chapter in learning. Yeah. The clavicle? Yeah, dude. You know what's so frustrating? These supposed art channels, they go, oh, this practice changed the way I drew. And they'll go and fart out a perfect figure. The head, the neck, the clavicle right here, the flim flam, and then and it's like, what the heck? What are you talking about? DW says, a big reason why I never really get better, I don't enjoy the struggle part, zaps all my energy and I instantly don't wanna. Yeah, I have I've been trying to find new ways to categorize the struggles. We're always going to have them, my bud. But the struggles is what makes that next piece so much better. He had a breakthrough with hair recently. You're going to have to share that with the class. I agree with Mellow. Jim Lee is fantastic, but his art is so boring to me. Yes. Yes, and it sucks because he's a freaking surgeon with it. Hello, Asuka-chan. Welcome to the channel. Promoting Avengers Doomsday. They don't need us to be promoting for them. They're doing it all for themselves. I have not seen it. Sabo says, but you notice many artists don't do the clips and don't do the dips and dives with the shoulders like it's in lost art. The dips and dives. Huh. What are the dips and dives? Like the where the traps are? Yeah, that stuff. I saw the trailer, seeing all the X-Men got me excited. Oh, spoiler! I'm sorry, with the far behind. I still haven't seen Age of Ultron. Okay. And we're back. Alright, I think I captured the face all right. That's supposed to be hair, but it doesn't match. Because I am digging this kind of like the square foamy stuff. I've been trying to avoid the trailers for Spider-Man, for I was going to say X-Men, for Avengers. I miss the days of being surprised in the theaters, man. I'm going to tell you guys the best surprise I ever gotten as a moviegoer was watching Terminator 2. In Terminator 2, the trailers never revealed who was hunting who. We just knew, because of the premise of the original, that the... Did I say Predators? The Terminators, right? And all we knew that was 2, right? Because that is the simple... Not simple, but the theater viewer experience is that, oh, the second movie is going to be better because they're going to have 2 instead of 1. Anyway, that reveal was dope. Asuka-chan, any tips for anatomy? Be specific what part of the anatomy you like to learn. Or have a question on, and I'll see if I can flim-flam it on real quick, or I will add it to my Wednesday workshop. But be specific. Let me know what you're thinking about, and I'll see if I can if we can talk about it right now. You know, when a woman pulls her shoulder, read far forward, and the back shoulder dips. When a woman pulls her shoulder forward, and the back shoulder. Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Kind of like that, the Maybelline stuff. Not the Maybelline. Do I have any in here? Boop, 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 boop. You kind of you refer to like the over the shoulder, shoulder forward. Might look cute later. Might post later with the. You can't see that. I think I know what you're referring to. Earrings. No, dude, I'm not. Don't worry about that. You didn't spoil anything, kiddo. The first teaser trailer had all the actors that were going to play X-Men, and it was like, okay, thank you for that. I guess we're gonna watch that instead. All right, I'm taking that shot. Okay, I love that pose, dude. What? I I do it a lot because it hides a lot. I think I do it a lot because it does hide a lot. Uh, that's so funny. Everything's so crooked. Just the way I have everything lined up. So I apologize for all the moving in real time. Plus it's dark. It's like I got weird lighting going on. What's happening today? Nah. Nah. I've been looking at so much beautiful artwork from the 70s and some of the 60s, man. Those Conan books, they are something else. All right. The book I was showing on Friday was from 94. And I think the dude that was in there was showing off so good, man. I showed the 2-page spread with a dinosaur on top and the two in the bottom. He did 3 separate 2-page spreads in that book. I haven't inked in a while, man. I have to ink. I gotta do it all. She's holding a wooden toy sword that is pretty significant in our story. Before I reveal any of the for real um, story beats or even I will finish this thing. I'm gonna make it legit. I'm gonna see if I can not necessarily publish it, but put it through and get what's the IEN? What's the book ID number? They're really inexpensive. You could get a pack of them. A pack. You could get a collection of them and assign it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just so I can, you guys, you have to protect your IPs. You have to protect this stuff. With the way AI is running rampant and the way people are using your stuff to create their stuff. I mean, you have to find ways to protect it as much as humanly possible. And then I'll just spoil my own story because I think the building of this thing is going to take a while. But I'm okay with that process. I have come to that realization and I am okay with it. Hands, man. Hands, yo. There's just no easy way to do them. Right? Hands, bump, 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 bump. How many of us have them? Even with my thing. Yeah. Suno. That's what I'm jamming to right now. You know what was so funny? You know what was so funny? Suno. Dude, it wasn't, how can I put it? It wasn't a secret what they were doing. So having the reveal come out was kind of like, well, duh. But, woo, brother, the way they were doing it. Hot dang. Hot dang. But you know what, though? The consumers are eating it up. Unfortunately, I'm eating it up with my own stuff. Hopefully, this stuff I'm jamming to. They didn't steal too much from, I'm sure it did. It's hard to, you can't say I hope knowing that they steal it from. Well, I hope they didn't take it from little kids. You know, that's where the candy came from. So. Has there been much blowback with Suno? I'm trying to draw wood texture. I ate it up too. I was so tired of apps like Insta, YouTube ad. Yes, man. Taking out video strikes when they had the music available. Yeah, man. Like, what the frick? They forced us. Plus, their music is trash. And even though we bought that dude's music, I forget his name, which is really good, a lot of the stuff doesn't match what I'm doing. Shame on me. What am I going to do? Yo, create another free pack of music that fits my art style. Do it. All right. I have to remember to keep drawing through, even though I don't see her midsection. I have to keep going downwards, mid, and I'm sure they have some type of a big old belt. Did the dude leave that was asking about tips on anatomy? He didn't say anything that he wanted to learn from. Artfully Becoming. Hello there. Good morning. Artfully, if it's available to you, if you like watching from a computer or something like that, you can go ahead and hit the link that I have pinned on that chat above. You'll see the full table references if I'm using it, and there's more interactivity there with the chat if you like. That's if you like. No pressure, but how you doing? Bam, there you go. You made a bunch of 70s music to use for Tommy's, like Japanese jazz. Yo, I love the Japanese jazz. I got some jazz for some what did I call it? Midnight noir? No. What did I call it? Detective noir? I can't remember. That I'll be using for some other stories. Spoiler alert. What I'm going to have to learn, what I'm studying from all of these Conan books that I've been collecting here. And this is why I have them. These are all recently. One, I love the covers. And I'm going to be duplicating some of these covers for my, so suit me. It's just the beautiful black and white art. I need to break down my some of my artwork, some of my techniques, so that it would work with ink and ink and washes. Because I will not shan't be painting a lot of these. You guys will never see the story if but if I can do washes like that, simple washes, but tell the whole story. Keep the ladies beautiful. But dang, you got a severed head there. Spoiler alert. I don't know what's happening. I haven't read this far. Dang. So that's one of the things I'm going to start developing in my process. Like a lot of these, I would love to paint them, of course. So I'm going to be saving these sketches to see what I do in the future. Artfully asks, who are I drawing? Today I'm drawing, she is a character in my own story. Her name is Dala. Dala for your troubles. She is, let's see, not a main character, but a important character. She is the parent of our heroes. She unfortunately gets tragically unalived early in the story. And she is destined to become a Valkyrie. So she appears to her children at times and watches over them as such. But she can't travel freely because she was murdered violently. She's stuck in that place. But she's destined to not only take herself and people from her village to Valhalla. She's stuck. But she's the one that brings our heroes to start their journeys as they are when they become of age. So this is her in kind of a human ethereal form. I'm just trying to find the character so far. So she got a little bit of everything. These are concept sketches for characters that I am creating and developing. The world I'm building is kind of like a dark fantasy-esque. It's a place that we all would recognize from Conan stories or Lord of the Rings, that type of deal, but it's not very specific. There are things that we are familiar with, like certain deities and Valkyries, Viking style lifestyles, trolls and creatures of that nature, but nothing too unfamiliar. I keep seeing like things moving in my, I don't know if it's my eyes. Senshi14 says, I love the way you draw faces. Do you have any tips on drawing the head and faces, or any tips? Look at other pictures. Look at images of people you admire. Because doing it that way, looking at images of people you admire or have the hots for, respectfully, will, your eye will begin to study that face. But I basically use the variation of the Loomis method there. Are you familiar with the Loomis method? If not, I showed this earlier. If you're on Instagram, which we all are, aren't we? Check out Portraits Training on IG. Those people right there. And they have great resources for the Loomis, already giving you... Oh, I'm like, where the hell's that music coming from? Here's my phone. 1 sec. Mute. They give you the measurements for the head. So, and if you don't, you can use those measurements the way I did here without having reference. As long as you have that basic understanding of where things go, they don't have to be exact all the time, but those basics are always the same. Those basics are always the same. Let me see if I can knock something out. I'm gonna get a darker pencil. All right. And a lot of it is trial and error. Essentially, it really is. There is no cheat code for any of this stuff, unfortunately. I wish there were. I'm just gonna draw right over it. So, if we was to do just a quick head, and let's do it. It always starts with a sphere, but you don't have to. I'm the type of dude that'll say you don't have to do any of this stuff, but you do need to have a basic understanding of the rules, so that you'll know how to break them, or you will know how to use them to your advantage. I'm gonna do the same thing with a square. And all the Loomis method makes you think about is breaking down the face or the head into certain sections so that you won't be so overwhelmed. There's a hairline here, the top of the brow, the line where the eyes will meet, the nose, the mouth, right? That would be kind of like the center of the mouth. There's so many different ways, and then you can do these curves or these lines here are mainly to keep to show you the form of the face. I don't like olives, but draw an olive. If you draw an olive like that, or an eyeball, but an olive, what I do, because I have that understanding of the Loomis and some of the Riley, I don't have them perfected. You don't have to have them perfected. It's all going to be that's going to be up to you how far you want to study this method. Some people like myself will take bits and pieces that make sense to me. Some others will study this until it's second nature, and it's the only way they draw heads or faces. I like to use this as a backup when I'm drawing a face or trying to be really precise with a face and it doesn't work. Things are too high, too low, too smushed, too long, and it doesn't fit the way I want it to look. My mind goes back to Loomis or Riley, to one of those two. And then I'll begin to go, okay, I think I want my eyes here, or at least the brow. This curvature will determine to me where the face is going to be pointing. That's going to determine the side of the face. I'm going to split the head in half. Some people say the ears go here. Some people. The ice cream cone, the cone on the bottom, the chin, the neck. This here, you don't have to have all the method. If you want to draw quick and get comfortable with how the face is going to turn and where the features may land, you have to learn some of these basics. Can you cheat it? Of course. Can you study not just photographs or an artist that you enjoy? Of course. But then you will be studying past their mistakes, or even their mistakes, their bad habits, and all of those things. Because every artist has a bad habit. We all have a way we do something that's different than everybody else's. That's what we call our style. Our style. David Finch draws beautiful characters, but for me, I do not like the way he draws eyes. So I'll never copy his eyes. I'll draw maybe the way he draws detailed forearms and texture in the human form. I think he overdoes it, but it's beautiful for his artwork. He makes it his. If I was to copy somebody's faces and the proportions, it'd probably be Jim Lee. It wouldn't be a Rob Liefeld. But you have to go beyond them. You got to try to study the people they've studied if you want to. So, use your face. Take pictures of your face. And then measure. Figure it out. Yeah, you say you tend to draw the jaw area too long or too short. Use your face as measurements. I realized that my hairline to the middle of my eye, my hairline to the middle of my eyes is the same shape or the same size between the middle of my eye and the beginning of my mouth. So if you was to use that as a measurement, and all I did was I just used my fingers. You could use things to, it's 3:30, okay. But it's all trial and error. Let me see. So, if you was drawing the face, the nose and the nostrils, if you was to use a straight line all the way up, that is the beginning of the eye, right? That space in between, I'm sorry, you probably don't see that. It's too far away. Let me see if I can zoom in. for you. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. As I move things in real time. You still see my other piece? Skapow. There's a lot of very weird tricks you can use. Very weird measurements you can use. They say that the head from left to right is 5 eyes long. But I don't like to show people that stuff like that. Because it's just freaking weird. So I try to tone this down. I try to tone down all of these measurements. But I do know, if you draw the nose, the nostrils, looking at my own face, if I measure all the way up, that is kind of like the crook of the eye. I usually draw, I'm right-handed, so I usually draw most of my stuff on the right side first. And then I'll measure that. Bam, that's where my other eye goes. Right wherever this eye is, the inside of the eye, if you go straight down from where the pupils are, it usually matches the corner of the mouth. But that's if you want all your characters to look like generic. Now that's straightforward. That's kind of Loomis. The Riley method uses the curvature of the face and the I just said it earlier. Curvature? It's not the curves. It's not the gestures. It's the... I'll figure it out. I'll remember. He has where your forehead would be. Let me see if I can remember. I know there's like a barrel for the mouth. And then for the chin. The edge of the mouth curves up across the end of the eyes into the ears. And then on the lower end of the lobe. It's a lot of weird stuff like that, but I mean, would it help? Sure. Yes, the space between the two eyes is an eye. And I think that's how to draw comics the Marvel way. That really does help. And I think there's like... I keep forgetting, guys, that you have to help me out here. Rhythms. The rhythm. The rhythm of the face. And then for sad, little over the shoulder look. Feeling cute. Might post later. And clutch my pearls. You know, drawing the Cyclops or three-fingered people, like the Ninja Turtles, always feels weird because I can't make sense of how the brow would look. Now, I'm going to erase some of this stuff here. But if you have the basic measurements, that's using both Riley and Loomis. Then you can get creative with your artwork. And it's very ambiguous. It's very not ambidextrous, that's hilarious. Androgynous. It could be ambidextrous, we don't know. No nose. There's so many different ways, right? Everybody says do the W or do the M, do the bulbous, do the diamond, Do whatever the heck you want. Alright. I always do the, what's this called? I forget what it's called. Don't at me about my terrible memory or my lack of anatomical terms. The only thing that's going to make a difference between male and female characters is really the eyelashes and how supple you make the lips. Just to prove it, using the same measurements for both sides. Thinner eyebrows. And the only difference, there's only difference, I can't say that very often. Less lines on the female face. More lines usually ages them, or makes them either masculine or just old. So less lines, more curves. So we're going to do female on this side, female, schmale on the left. There's a thing that the older guys do. They put a couple of lines here to give higher cheekbones. Color in that top lip. Add a glare on the bottom. There you go. Anybody here remembers Transor Z? In Transor Z or Mazinkaiser, there was a villain by the name of Dr. Hell, and Dr. Hell was androgynous mix or a scientist that was half man, half woman, and there was no dominant. The voice would have both male and female, and he was mean. Obviously, he was the villain. A little eyeshadow, a little smudge. Cheek, nose. All right, let's see. We can do the dude here. What's up, Nova Draws? Nova Draws Comics. The dude here. Dudes usually have thicker eyebrows. Beadier eyes. More defined. If this is a nightmare fuel, what is? He does not. His lips are less fuller and can just usually be done just with the bottom line, with a line to separate the two, and then that's it. Adding a little stubble. It's very confusing. But what's that dude, that kid that be memeing? So as long as you know the rules and some of the basics, it's going to depend how much you're going to follow those rules. Some people make beautiful art and very realistic copies and drawings of their reference, the models that they use. So, but you can turn, this thing is so freeing that you can use this as a male or female character at any point. This pose might be a bit difficult simply because of the way it's pointing. But then again, that's what practice is for. Another way I would do is I would draw skulls and try to build out from the skulls from these Loomis methods or Riley methods. So I know the eyes, the eye sockets are here, the nose is here, plus skulls are always cool. The jaw with the teeth. And you know, this is a lot of years of doing this stuff. These mental practices, and I just picked the one that suits me for that moment. Because when I struggle, when I try to freehand and I struggle, I always go back to the basics in one form or another. I may not do all of the lines, but I always end up going back to the measurements of where the eye would be, the nose, and the mouth. And some of this stuff is maybe advanced. Again, I've done this for a long time. But it just takes practice. Check out that page I showed you. That portrait page on Instagram. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I've used them for that Spider Woman that I was having trouble with. Just because it was small and I couldn't see. Man, this thing is really ruining this eraser, isn't it? But if you want to get froggy with it, the heck with it. That's a clean Loomis. I don't know about clean, but I'll take the compliment. This is be the hardest part. So the lighting. This is drawing the shape of the face can get easy, or it can be less daunting with a lot of practice. You can get single line heads. It's when you start trying to make them realistic by adding shadow and light. Well, let me see. I'll see if I can find it and put the link up. Actually, I'll do it right now. Why not? Tappa tappa. For my peoples, for y'all. I'll do this for y'all. Y'all. Messages. Oops. Maybe I don't bump my face. Oh, great. Who are you? Ah. It's because there's a ton of them. Let me see if I can find the right one for you. I think it's a group. And the person that I followed is part of that group. Sketch. underscore God. Might be that one. Nope. Sorry about that. Ah. You know why? It looks like they misspelled training. I still can't find it. I'm going to look for it and see if I can find it for you. I know they exist. I promise. That is not them. I wonder if it's the Fundamentalist Art School. I'm not trying to send you guys to let me see here. I had to find the link for is that XSF 4. Nope, that one. Doodle-doop. How about your artist? Ah, okay. Is your artist. I'm going to get the page and I'm going to view profile. Something went wrong. Of course it did. Because we are live. All right, here we go. Bam. Oops, not that one. Breaking stuff. This one. This link has the faces already with the Loomis stuff on it, with the Loomis measurements. It's pretty good. I haven't gone through all these. Again, the first time I used it was for that Spider-Woman face that I was having trouble with. And I just joined them maybe a couple weeks ago. I've been trying to do that more often. I've been trying to be really selective of who to follow, that type of stuff. And who to follow and what resources to use. Is it me or does it look like almost like a realistic Muppet? What does if I can draw Bert? Is Bert bald? He is bald, isn't he? Hey Bert. I don't want to ruin my childhood. I'm not going to do that. All right. So I think my lady here, my fair lady, is looking good here. So, Senshi, so that simple technique is what I used when I first started this. I was having trouble. I had done the Riley. You could probably still see some of the lines here, the ghosted lines of the sphere and the shape. And my original lines were too flat. So I changed the angle. But maintained the same type of measurements. The hairline, the brow, the center of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And used that as my way to draw the circle. And the side of the face, following where the ear would go, the jawline a little lower, and the chin here. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. Let's do some lighting. So yeah, so I have all of these books so that I can start learning how to really render beautifully. This is drawn, this issue of Savage Sword of Conan. I think the first story is 60 pages of amazing art by John Buscema, and it's inked by they had some cool name, The Tribe. So I'm assuming that tribe, and I could probably Google it, it's a group of other amazing artists. Because how cool is that shot? How iconic. I'm sorry if it's blurry. Yeah, that thing is amazing. Especially if what I've been wanting to do with you guys is, because I've been looking at all of these, I've been watching the Portrait Artist of the Year competitions. I want to do a lot more of those type of portrait practices with a little bit of oomph. And what a cool way to do longer vids like that with the reference up, and we could all draw them together and practice together to using those links, and using any way you like. I could either take a picture and send it over on my my channel's post so you can have it, and I recommend using any style that's accustomed to you. Trace it, use the grids, do whatever the frig you want. It doesn't matter, as long as we do something together. And I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, The Tribe. Because some of these faces don't look like John Buscema's art. I think they killed it though. That type of stuff is really what I'm trying to figure out. The way they can just... The one thing I've learned, or what I'm beginning to learn from looking at these black and white inked comics, is that it doesn't matter if you don't understand it. The artist is telling you that it's okay, that this is rock texture. This is how I interpret it. So for the remainder of this adventure, that is rock. That is wind. That is, the clouds. Cloud texture. That's this, that, and the other. That's amazing to me. And I can't wrap my head around it. When I've copied clouds or the just things that I'm not familiar drawing, foliage, and I use somebody else's version of it, it always feels weird to me. Because I don't know their thought process. And where's my age group at? Is that Zsa Zsa Gabor or what? Huh? Darling. That's beautiful. And that must have been interpreted by the inker, because Buscema and he's not around to contest what I'm about to say. May he rest in peace. I think he used to reference Raquel Welch. No, who's the other one? Not Raquel Welch. Who's the Sophia Loren? If you guys check out the George's Sophia Loren, I believe she was the model, the ideal visual face for these artists. See, that's Buscema all day. Anyway, cool stuff. The tribe, the Mellow Tribe, yay yay. There's another group of inkers. I forget what they're called. The cranky something. And it has Neil Adams in it, in a group of them. And his style is so amazing that it stands out when you see it. He's such an amazing draftsman and cartoonist. Alright, where are we? So I recommend the Crusty Bunkers. Thanks, man. Janie, I appreciate you. See, man. You and this cat named JOM are amazing with the unless you're the same person. With the with the backup, man. I appreciate you. The Crusty Bunkers, man. And he's one of the Yinkers, and he stands out like nobody's business because his art style is so unique. And it's surprising to me that I don't have any Neil Adams stuff. I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do at all. Rob Norton, if you guys are interested, what the comic publishing house that Neil Adams had. Rob Norton is giving away comics from his publishing house, about 50 or so. If you're interested, he says he doesn't want any money for them. He just wants you to pay for him to get shipped to you. And that's not speaking outside of baseball. He said that recently. But I don't know if any of it has any Neil Adams work on it. I didn't get a chance to ask him. Ask him. Folds. Everything has folds in it. I hate. This is one of the things that is really the bane. Drawing comic books and drawing superheroes is all good. But they're always bad erasers, toast. But not everybody wears skin-tight outfits. Janier says he was fortunate to have a couple of Neil Adams sketches. See, that's cool. You wish you would have asked him for a Conan, though? Yeah. I'm trying to think what was his most famous, like the stuff that really put him out there. Because his X-Men stuff was great. I can't remember if it was X-Men or Excalibur. I think it was X-Men. It had to be X-Men because Angel still had his wings. And his Batman is iconic. His Green Arrow. His Superman versus Ali is pretty dang good. I don't think. Yeah, isn't it his line of his own comics? I don't know. I thought he was just. I can't tell. I don't know. Shoot, if it is, I'll be like, I'll take it. But I can't. My wife will kill me. I sharpened up that line, and what I really wanted to do was fix the perspective. I'm not sure. What was that? Do you remember the name of that his comic? Continuity, right? Continuity. Use your spelling. Comics. It's a reading order? I don't even know. List of comics. Armor. Bucky I would love Bucky O'Hare. Captain Power and the Soldiers of Fortune. Crazy Mans. Cyber Rad. Earth 4. URTH. I like that. Yeah, Armor. Megalith. Miss Mystic. The Revengers. Samurai. Shaman. Toy Boy. Isn't that Shawn Michaels? Who else? Valeria the She-Bat. And Zero Patrol. Samurai, he's a painter. Nice. Don't make me do it. Don't make me go tell this dude to send those my way. And I don't want to be like a gift horse, looking at gift horse's teeth. Hey man, what do you got in there? No, never mind. Like that's whack. Either you take it or you don't. That's what I say. I'm also trying to get better here at perspective. Which gang we gotta learn how we gotta do that soon. Learn how to work on some perspective drawings. Throw those lines in there and pretend. La 3:30. He just texted me. Some more texture. Blah, blah, blah. Shadow. Yeah, guys, I think that's it for my character Dala. I love the way this thing came out. I think it represents exactly what I had in mind for her. At this point, all I'm going to be doing is noodling and looking at it and noodling. I would love to scan it in and ink it. And add some tones to it. I got to find, I think the light is going to be from up here, obviously, right? Maybe that's what I can do on Monday. I'm still trying to find some really cool ways to stay engaged with you guys. I know that there's a meme out there about when artists stop doing fan art. But this is fan art for me. Get some screen tone? Heck yeah, bro. I have some. Maybe I should do a video how to do it wrong. I've only done it once. And I shouldn't even say I did it once. Because it was such a sad example. Inking a subscriber's artwork? Oh, I never thought about it. I would love to do something like that. No pressure, right? He's a fraud. Are you trying to have me ink some of your work, Jane? Is that what you're doing? Oh no, dude, but I can't. I don't even know where that's. Ooh, I do know. One sec. Now, when I say it was a fail, not a failed attempt, but a sad attempt at doing it, you'll understand why. Where is it? That's it. That's all I've done. That's it. When did I do this? 2018. That's how long I've had those sheets. Do they go bad? Is that a use 'em or lose 'em type of deal? Wow, I really did minimize those lines, huh? And then Juan, these is using alcohol markers. Whose knows? Oh, I do too, actually. See, little line. He got some great cartoony ears. Thanks, Sebo. You're too kind. It may not stick as well. Yeah. It's Melvin. Oh, we got company. 1 second, y'all. That's funny. I was going bananas with my microns. You gotta use them or lose them. So I went to town. JOM, what's going on? It's just your ears must have been ringing, my friend, because I was singing your praises earlier. I want to redo this too. He is boof. Oh man, anybody gonna go see the 4K release of this movie? I appreciate you, Jane. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I will be on again later on this afternoon. I'll probably be doing something else. I wanted to paint, but I thought it was too early to paint. I wasn't loose, so I might get to doing some Doctor Doom later. So if you guys are interested in how I mess around with gouache, come back around 3:30, 3 o'clock most likely. It's gonna be around. Nope, my son gets out at 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. Anyway, be sometime this afternoon if you want to go. Oh, considering I'll be Doom is actually quite popular with the trailer that's coming out, so people think I am riding the train. So why not ride the train with me? But I appreciate you, bud. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Akira. That's actually, if I was a nerd, it's not Akira. That is actually Tetsuo. I would have loved to see this thing in the theaters. I would have loved to see that in the theaters. I would have loved to see Ninja Scroll in the theater, but Ninja Scroll, one of those demons of Kimono, something else. But this is the intro. These are taken directly from my video. Freeze frame. I loved it. Can I just say, sometimes, every once in a while, man, look at that hand. I love the texture of the kimonos back there. Of course, Ghost in the Shell. Anybody watching the Netflix series of Ghost in the Shell? I want to start it. I want to start watching it. I don't mind. I'm actually looking forward, and I was very excited to see that they were going to be using the original artists' designs. So that's cool. All right, I gotta get out of here. Bam. Matilda. Is life always this hard? Always. You guys gonna watch I Play Rocky? Looks interesting. Look at him. That poor dude's back. Yes, Amazon. I'm sorry, I said Netflix. Bwomp, bwomp. I love that shot, actually. Maybe I'll have to study my old stuff. Look at that, the line work on those. Oh, brother. Can you tell? I love this stuff. I have some Fist of the North Star manga from their 30-year anniversary. Or 40-year anniversary, I think it is. I got 1 through 10. I think I stopped at volume 9. And of course, Tetsuo again. Bruce. Sabo. Alright. That's it for me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. I really appreciate you. I will be back this afternoon. I will be painting Dr. Doom. Is he a doctor? Can we check his credentials? But thank you for hanging out, for watching me create one of the characters of my own story, titled Ghost of Arlan. This is Dala. She is not one of the main figures, but a figure, a character in my story, who is plays a pivotal role and begins our heroes into their journey of discovery. So, you was watching collecting Fist of the North Star when you was a kid? Yeah, my first introduction to Fist of the North Star was the movie. I was watching all the Streamline animated movies, so that was one of them. But yeah, and there she is. I'm going to sign it. I think what'll be cool is that later, as the story progresses and these characters evolve and this story gets done, maybe I'll be sending out some images of these and the Kickstarter. No, I'm not even thinking about that just yet. But thank you guys for hanging out. This is Art to the Round Table. My name is Mello. I'm going to let the jazzy jazz play me out while I clean up a bit. And I will see you guys later on this afternoon. I'll be painting Doom and gouache. And that's it. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you, thank you. This is Art to the Round Table. My name is Mello. God bless you. I love you. Mean it. And until later today, I'll draw you later. Bye.